We are still playing the waiting game to see what's going to happen with Roy's bike. Hopefully they'll be able to figure it out. Our hope for an easy fix and get on the road real quickly didn't pan out. We were hoping it was just a bad kill switch, but it may be something more critical than that. So we'll see here. We'll be getting with them shortly to find out exactly where we're at.
Good morning. Hey, we're waiting for Roy's bike to get fixed, and then we'll be on the road, but I guess we have 7 hours of drive time. So we'll be a long time on the road. Anyway, it's kind of a cooler day today, little overcast, also maybe with the smoke, but we'll deal with whatever comes.
Well, hey, lucky us, Roy was able to get his bike fixed. I can't give Riverside dealership more credit than I possibly can. They actually had to get into the engine to replace a part. So kudos to them. We really appreciate it. I'll definitely give them good reviews. If you ever need help here in Edmonton, I'd look them up. To provide an update, the crankshaft or camshaft sensor went bad. This sensor lies inside the engine, which means the engine had to be opened. Fortunately for us, the dealership had a donor engine in which they could quickly get the part. This means they tore down Roy's bike, tore down the donor engine, replaced a few parts, and reassembled Roy's bike in just over half a day. To say they went over and beyond is an understatement. Aegis Moto Adventures highly endorses the Riverside dealership and its employees. What this all means now is we are more than half a day behind schedule. It is decided that we will ride hard all day and stay on schedule, even if it means getting into Fort St. John in the dark. We first head north out of St. Albert and then west on Highway 37 until we reach Highway 43. Highway 43 takes us to the northwest towards the provincial border before changing to Highway 2 in BC. These highways are an extension of the Alaska Highway. In 1919, the Canadian Northern Railway built the Rockfort Trestle Bridge. The bridge spans the Paddle River and Highway 43. It is still one of the longest such bridges in North America. The McLeod River originates just outside of Jasper National Park, and it empties into the Athabasca River at Whitecourt, Alberta. We will cross both these rivers. Likewise, the Athabasca River originates from the Columbia Icefield in Jasper National Park. The river is designated a Canadian Heritage River for its historical significance. It flows 765 miles before emptying into Athabasca Lake. As you can see, the sky has turned red. This means we're in some smoke from the wildfires that are raging out in Jasper National Park. There's not much we can do about it, but just keep on riding. Originally, Valley View was named Red Willow Creek. The area became a fur trading outpost in the 1800s, but remained a remote and basically unsettled until the 1950s, when oil was discovered. In 1957, the town was incorporated, and growth has continued to this day. We'll stop here for fuel and a quick break. From here on out, viewers should check out the cloud formations. They're just absolutely beautiful with the sun shining through. Very cool. The Smoky River is 306 miles long and is a tributary of the Peace River. It gets its name from the smoldering coal in its riverbanks. Grande Prairie is the 7th largest city in Alberta. We probably would have stopped here, but due to our delay, we take the bypass around and continue to the northwest. As we reach the airport, a cargo plane is inbound. It makes me wonder if it had been on a supply run to the remote northern reaches of Canada. Just north of Grande Prairie, the highway becomes just a 2-lane. It isn't long before we are rolling into Beaver Lodge. Check out their beaver statue. What a great way to promote the town. It is clear from the skies that we are heading into rain. We stop and don our rain gear before heading to the provincial border. Well, here we are. Welcome to British Columbia. We are almost to Dawson Creek, BC. It is here where we will officially be on the Alaska Highway. The dream of getting to Alaska seems real now. In 1879, George Mercer Dawson surveyed the area and is the town's namesake. The town was just a small farming community until 1932, when the Northern Alberta Railway extended a line there. In 1942, the U.S. Army used the railway terminus to supply construction of the Alaska Highway. As we round the circle, it becomes official. We are on the Alaska Highway. How cool, huh? Alaska, here we come. As you can see, the sun's getting a little bit lower in the sky, and I'm beginning to wonder, will we be able to make it the entire way before the sun sets? We're going to try. The Kiskatinaw River is well known for its fishing. What beautiful scenery we're seeing here as we push further north into more remote areas. The last stretch of highway has us winding around as we descend to the Peace River. The Peace River is a major tributary of the Mackenzie River. It flows 1,195 miles from the Canadian Rockies to its confluence with the Athabasca River. What a beautiful area. The town of Taylor has become an industrial hub, but despite this, still remains a small town. Once a year, the town hosts the Class A Gold Panning Championship. Well, we finally make it to Fort St. John, our destination for the night. And we even do it before the sun completely sets. But boy, are we tuckered out and pretty much settle in right away. Here's Mike with the day's recap. The day we've had today, oh my goodness. The delay with Roy's fix on his motorcycle. Maybe I should give you a recap first. Yesterday, his bike would not start, and we had it towed to the Riverside dealership there in St. Albert. Yeah, that's it, St. Albert. And they were going to start looking at it first thing in the morning. And we're trying to stay on schedule because we were supposed to move today. And they finally figured out what was wrong with it, and they ended up tearing the bike down to the engine, and it was a sensor inside the engine case. And luckily for us, they had a spare engine. What's the odds of that? And they were able to take the part out of their spare engine and put it in Roy's. So we didn't get going till about 1:30 in the afternoon, which would have put us about halfway to our destination here at Fort St. John. However, we got a late start, so we were just beating feet the whole day, just trying to gas up and go. But it all played kind of to our advantage because there were some severe thunderstorms that were rolling through Dawson Creek and Fort St. John most of the day. And because we were delayed, we came through after those storms had blown through. So we only rode through a little bit of rain, but it wasn't terribly bad. It certainly wasn't severe thunderstorms like they had. And then when we got here, we filled up with some fuel, went and got some supper. And by the time we came out, the sun had set. So we basically got here just before dark. And I think it's about 10 o'clock at night, and we're still trying to get the bikes unpacked and get stuff out for the evening. But boy, I sure hope you liked today's video because it was a lot of fun for us. And once we hit Dawson Creek, we were on the Alaska Highway. So that's pretty exciting. But we have another hitch to our program here. We saw a warning sign that the Alaska Highway was closed due to a landslide. So we'll be checking that out tomorrow. Stay tuned and take care.